boy. Make sure I can hear us. Here we go, huh? Then I'll say it. I want to know.
So when we talking, we just look at each other or the camera?
However you want to do it.
All right.
It don't make no difference.
We're going to listen to this.
Listen to this. Like to vibe out.
Just get a little relaxed.
Yeah.
Then we just going to get into it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
It's quiz, ain't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is one of his country music. One of his country. And look, I think he made it, 2 years ago?
Yeah, it's country music.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Turn it up a little bit, bro. Monday morning, I was heading to town. Look at my window, ain't see no one around. 7 missed calls and I didn't hear a sound. I probably get home, I know she mad at me now. Put on my cap and I get on my way. Ice cold beer would probably save my day. I gotta get home cause she packing her clothes. I beg her to stay cause I don't want her to go. We were country boys sliding, dirt trail riding, sipping on whiskey while my best friend driving. Got my best friend driving, neck keep driving, trying to find the road, trying to keep myself. I put my head down and I pray, may God just send her back my way. Forever and never won't you stay. Nobody could ever take your place. It was a Monday morning, I was heading to town. Look at my window, ain't see no one around. 7 missed calls and I didn't hear a sound. I probably get home, I know she mad at me now. Put on my cap and I get on my way. Ice cold beer would probably save my day. I gotta get home cause she packing her clothes. I beg her to stay cause I don't want her to go. I want to know. It's gonna be a good one.
Is it?
All right, y'all. Welcome back to the Brotherly Love Podcast, where it's all love.
No hate.
I'm your host, Siege.
I'm your co-host, Feel Good.
And y'all, today we got a special guest in the building with us. His name is Andrew
Webster.
Sir.
Head football coach of Kenny, Missouri, y'all. He is in the building with us today. And much respect to you. And we appreciate you for being on this show with us.
Man, it's going to be fun. Thanks for having me, bro.
It's going to be a good one. It's
It's gonna be fun.
We appreciate you, man.
And you'll let the people know a little bit about you?
Yeah.
Sure, man. Like what you want? What you want?
Like your name. How many kids you got?
I'm Andrew Webster. I got like the kids is tough. Like not for the reason you might think. Like I got 3 of my own kids. Like you got Ariel, Tazy, and Raiden, and then Marshall. He's my kid too. Kind of like he stayed with me for a while, and then I always got a Delia. She was with us. Like she wasn't always with us, but like she was with us. Like everywhere we go, everywhere do everything with Delia too. So I gotta give my girl D a shout out on there too. So
Okay, so the adopted thing.
well, not really. They just
Yeah.
D had her own family and stuff, but we just I don't know. Shout out to she been
Right, just with you.
The truth is, her and her sister was at a little league football practice or game or something, and somebody had left the concession stand window open, right? And they told me about it, and I went and locked it up, and I was like, yo, I'm gonna get these kids a Sprite, or get them a soda and a bag of chips, whatever they want, because they were being, responsible. I was trying to reward them for doing something good. Mm-hmm. And so they were just in kindergarten. That was my first year here, like 2016. And anywho, then from that point on, D was on every basketball team we had, like
So
Kiwanis
you've been
and all
here
that.
since 2020,
2016, yeah.
2016?
So,
Yeah.
how long have you been a coach?
I started coaching football in 2006 when I was still in college. I was assistant coach at Savannah High School. And then when I graduated college in '08, it's kind of crazy. Like, I got to be the head coach of the school when I was 23 years old. So, like, I was in charge when I was 23. It was crazy. And they were real bad, dude. They were like 6-54 the previous 6 years before I got there.
Right.
And then we lost every game the first year, man. It sucked. But we got good in the weight room and different stuff. Then the next year we won 3 games. And then we won 7 games the year after that. Went to the playoffs. But yeah, I've been doing that. That was before I came down here. That was in '08. And then I went to another school for 5 years. And then I came to Kennett in 2016.
Okay.
So out of them two schools you named, did you have the same relationships like how you got here with kids?
Kind of. I mean, not as much here, but those places were smaller. But yeah, I mean, there's a kid. I mean, it was always kind of the same. There was another kid that was kind of like Marshall before him. Daytona was his name. Good dude. Yeah, I mean, it's just, I don't know. Yeah, it's always kind of been like that. A little bit. I don't really know why. It just kind of happened.
It do normally happen like that. Do they reach out to you to this day?
Yeah, I mean, we're Snapchat friends and everything. Dude, that kid is, and there's other kids too, like Fred Rios and a bunch of these other kids, but that Daytona kid, hell, he went to go be a Marine, and then he went to go be a bull rider. He's like a bull rider now, so it's pretty neat. I don't know.
It's pretty good.
Do they do that stuff like? Oh my bad. Do that stuff like when you help them do it? Do you feel like a certain type of way when they do go off and prosper like that?
Oh yeah, like it's cool because like it's weird because like sometimes you gotta, like, if you're trying to do a good job and trying to make a difference or whatever, you got to be willing to not see it, because it may happen down the road. I remember when I was a kid and I was like going to college or whatever, and it'd be like, oh, I gotta do a paper or something,
Mm-hmm.
And in my head I'd be like, yo, it'll be like the fourth quarter, bro. Like, you gotta just suck it up and get it done, And but I don't know that my coach from high school knew that was how I would think in those moments. But yeah, I mean, it's awesome to see him go do good and stuff.
Right.
Proud of him.
What do you think make a successful high school coach?
I think the ability to communicate probably starts there. I think because like now, I mean, we look at all the technology we've got in here. There's stuff everywhere. Kids are just bombarded with different things all the time, and I think you have to be able to communicate first, and then have high expectations for them, and then do your best to help them and push them, and hopefully they do that. But I think if you care about them and you give them that effort, most of the time they're gonna give it back to you. So.
Yeah.
Do you feel like people in this town get a little frustrated when they do feel like those kids do elevate to that level and then they get, you think the grown people like sort of like in your circle like get frustrated when they do see that them kids got that talent and they don't want to like go forward with it?
Yeah, I mean, I think so, because like sometimes like that's their best chance to be successful in the future, and so like if they've got the ability, you want to see them hopefully use it, I mean, we all got different strengths and stuff, so I think people get sad sometimes, because you're like, maybe because they don't have that ability, and they're like, man, if I did have that ability, then I would, I don't know if it's like that, but yeah, I think sometimes it happens that way.
Speaking of that, how do you handle disagreements between players or other coaches on the team?
Man, you kind of got to get to the bottom of it, it all kind of goes back to the expectations you got for your program. So like we got like 4 rules, and everybody's like, you only got 4 rules. Like, yeah, we got 4 rules, but they all kind of fit. Like you got to be early. You got to be respectful of each other and the coaches got to do it to them too. You're supposed to do your best if you're there. You ain't even there for that long, so when you're there, do your best. And then the 4th rule is communicate. So like if you can't do them, So it all kind of goes back to them. So then I could be like maybe the coach was wrong, you know, and then you just try to figure out what happened and talk to each of them and, you know, go from there. But it all kind of goes back to your expectations for your program, you know, how you try to do it that way.
Do you feel like your wife is on that same page with the younger women? Do you see that?
Yeah,
yeah.
Mindy, yeah, dude. Mindy's awesome. Like that's like it's real corny, dude. But like, she's the best thing that ever happened to me. Like, but she loves the kids and she teaches kindergarten and it's weird because like the stuff that I'm not good at. Like I'm not like, dude, I ain't real good at tying shoes and wiping noses and stuff like that. I don't like all that.
We need it.
It's like that movie Big Daddy, little kids like, I can wipe my own ass. You're like, yeah, you know,
like, share, subscribe.
But Mindy loves that stuff, so you know it works out good. But she really likes them little kids. But we're all like at the games and stuff. Like it's funny. I send her TikToks of like this one little girl. It's like this one mom's like, oh, I'm sitting in the stands, and then it's like this other crazy lady, and you know Mindy, she gets into it. She gets hyped. She's kind of
y'all see y'all self helping more and more kids here in Kennet.
Yeah, man, I love Kennet. I do. I like even before. I don't know, even before, like when I first started coming here and people were really nice, you know, and I think the best part about Kennet, like for real, like is, you know, there's two things. Like, I feel like you can be yourself here. I can anyways. Like, I don't have like weird pressure to not just be, I mean, you know, I can just be me. And then, you know, and I feel like other people can do that, you know, and, you know, I like how our town, like, you know, Miss Melinda and them other people, how they help others, and you know, and people try to do that. I think that stuff's important, man.
They've been doing it for 30 years.
Longer than that.
She's been really longer than that.
Like, them are good people. They've been there for years.
Yeah, I love Miss Melinda, man. She's awesome.
She molded us in a lot of ways. See, we started Tumbling Tribe back in the day. Yeah, and she took it to something different.
Yeah.
So
took it to another level.
A whole nother level.
Yeah, man.
It was.
But
it was a good experience for
all of us. And
like she literally helped.
Yeah.
She helped like more than two handfuls of generations of people.
Bro, like when you're from out of town, like the first year I was here and I seen that at the basketball game with all the flips and stuff. Dude, you just sit there and you're just like, oh my God, this is crazy. Like I swear, like it's crazy.
So do you feel like they'll agree with this right here, what you're doing here?
I hope so.
Or would you think that you don't care?
No, he cares. He hoped that they.
Maybe I hope they agree. I mean, you know, this is fun. Like my neighbor, like we hang out and stuff. Like I don't see why. I don't see why this would be any different than normal. Like you know. But if somebody had a problem with this, then you know that's on them. Like you know, like we're just hanging out talking, and so like
we just having a nice dialogue. Hey, in front of a lot of people, you know. But man. Describe a time when you had to make a difficult decision as a coach.
I think we had. Man, there's a lot of difficult decisions that happen. Like a lot more than people realize. Like even like trying to figure out which kid to play at the right time.
Right.
You know, because like sometimes like kids might be like better athletes, but then a lot of times they don't know the play somehow. Mm-hmm. So then you got to like work it in that way, or you know, like trying to figure out who then you know, is this kid working hard in practice? You know, are they a good teammate? You know, are they respecting teammates? You know, sometimes stuff like that. You know, and sometimes kids get in trouble. You know, and the things you try to do, I think, like if a kid gets in trouble publicly, you know, then you got to kind of public punish them where people can see it, even though it's not really my style. But most of the time, like if it's something we can handle, like behind the scenes or something, we try to do it that way. You know that. But
I think when
that was always tough.
I think when you came in, that's what you had helped them do. You had helped them like say, okay, we don't have to publicly like get them in trouble because they publicly did something.
Right.
I think you was that one who said, hold on, let's bring him here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let's talk to him that way.
Yeah.
And I felt like that worked it.
Mm-hmm.
For all of them years, see, like, I say, the last 4 years I've been watching you, how the kids respect you. It's like, wow. It is. And then it's life changing things that you're doing for them.
Yeah.
It is life changing.
How do you keep your team motivated after a loss?
Man, it's tough. Different ways, you know. It kind of depends on the loss. Like sometimes you gotta be like really like mad at them, you know, and you gotta like really push them. Like, man, you guys did this, and we let each other down. And then other times, like maybe we played somebody who was just like way better than us, and then you gotta kind of build them back up a little bit. It's tough because you know, like we play some really big schools, or like, you know, sometimes we run into private schools and all that other stuff. And those games, after those games, sometimes it's different than like we lost to Crowsville this year, and we played bad in the second half. Like we just did. We played bad in the second half, and they had some good players too, and nothing to take. But we did play bad. Right. So the talk after that game was different than say when we went and played Valley Catholic or whatever. You know.
So how it be different?
Well, like after Valley Catholic, man, you gotta like build them back up. Like, hey, you gotta find the things we're good at and get back to the fundamentals, and we'll be okay, and things like that. And after the Crowsville game, it was like, man, we did that to ourselves, like, you know, that kind of stuff, you know. So maybe more of a butt chewing or whatever after that kind of stuff, those situations.
Right. I ain't never really like. So they do be feeling a certain type of way when they do go out to playing, like you say, them private schools, because those people are way better, and they feel like they.
Yeah, it's wild.
It's crazy.
Yeah, football is up and down. That's just how it goes.
Yeah, there's ups and downs with it. Yeah.
I ain't really think of it like that until just now.
Yeah, I mean,
I really didn't think of it like that.
Yeah, I mean, they're just
because it do make them feel a certain way, like. If you do go into these private schools and these dudes is playing like they can be the next up and making you feel this big.
Right.
And the coach and the players is doing everything almost correct.
Yeah, we do all you can, like, you know, always. I mean, that's kind of a given anymore. Like, you're going to prepare super hard to win every game. Sometimes you ain't going to win them, but, man, we're going to do everything to try to win them, you know.
Right. And that takes me to this answer. What does it mean to have a good sportsmanship?
I think it means a lot. I think it goes a long way. Like it's tough. Like in the moment, especially football, like you want to, there's that line, you know, like you want to be hyped and, you know, incredible, playing hard and all that, but, you know, you don't want to do it dirty, you know. I think that part of it carries over to life. Like, you know, like we got certain rules, certain things we can't do. And, you know, the kids, you try to teach them the rules and everything. Yeah. It's crazy because, like, a lot of people don't know this, but, like, when you go out for the coin toss, the ref, he has, like, this big, like, when the captains go out and the coaches at the beginning, he has this big thing out there, and they're like, you know, this is a Misha game, and you're supposed to learn things here that maybe you can't learn in the classroom and all that. So, like, even... You know, that's what they all say and stuff out there, which I think that's true because, I mean, there's a lot of things and a lot of different motivations for sports and football that you ain't going to get in math. I mean, math's important and all that, but you know what I'm saying? Right. Who gets hyped to do fractions and stuff? Not me, you know? But football and everything. Like,
but they going to run to that 10. They need the 10. They want to run to that first down.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So, you know, but hopefully with football, then them dudes, you know, or whoever, we can get them to do their math problems or whatever. So hopefully. Yeah.
Do you feel like that school is important though?
Oh yeah, I think so. Like I don't know that every single thing we learn in school
is supposed to be an A.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the case, but like in the society we live in, the system we live in, yeah, man, school is important because it helps you take if you ain't got that high school diploma, man, it's hard to go do anything else legal, man. It just is, like, and that's tough. And and you know what I've learned doing my teaching my class, like everybody's gonna find they're gonna find food, they're gonna find love, you know, and they're gonna find shelter. They're gonna find those things,
Right.
and if they can find them, you know, legally or whatever, then they probably gonna do it. But no matter what, people are gonna find those three things. Like, I mean, that's a driving factor for everything. So that's why I think school is important, because it gives people a chance to do something else, like a chance to go be a different career if they want to. Yeah, it gives them a shot.
And that takes me to this question: what strategy do you use to motivate and engage your students, athletes? Because you know you got some students that'll give up, and then you got some students that'll look forward to the streets, and then you got some students that'll drop out.
Yeah.
So what?
Like when they get all the way to that.
Like what is it? Like what's the strategy do you use to motivate them to keep going on the right path?
Man, it may sound kind of corny, but like you kind of love them and you listen to them, like, because like you said, like
somebody going
yeah, because like you know, in our town, like it's not super divided, but like there's a divide sometimes because there's haves and have a lot of, and then there's, you know, not have so much, you know, and I think one of the things that helped me, because when I grew up, like, I was one of the, didn't have a lot of stuff, but through sports and stuff, I got to hang out with these other people a lot, and so if you pay attention to stuff, you can see a lot of different things, but, man, a lot of these guys, man, you just care about them, like, you know, like, you just connect to them, because, like, these guys have struggles too. The people that have a lot of stuff, they're just a lot of times they're different struggles, and they look at stuff a little different than maybe the people over here. But if you listen to both and you care about them, you're like, hey, you know, like you remind them of expectation, you remind them of our goals that we have together. So a lot of times you can connect to people and help them.
So a lot of times you have dropped your guard with these kids?
I don't know. I mean, my class that I teach is pretty cool. Like we have to help people with different stuff, and so I listen a lot. I don't know if I don't know. I guess. I mean, I just listen to them. I don't say nothing inappropriate or nothing. I just they got stories and ways they feel about things, and you know, like somebody making bad grades, for instance. Like a lot of times, bad grades ain't the thing that's happening. It's a product of the other things that are happening. So if you just talk to a kid, you be like, hey, like why are you making these choices? Like, you know, like what's going on? Like what has happened to you to make you not want to turn your homework in? Like you just ask them, you know, and sometimes they tell you, sometimes they don't, and sometimes you can reach them and help them, and you know, unfortunately, sometimes you can't. But I think the important thing is that, you know, like in our position as teachers, or even like you guys, like with Brotherly Love stuff, like you're just trying to help others and see what happens with it. You know, hopefully they, if you reach your hand out, hopefully they grab a hold and come on.
They reach back. That's what we doing. That's what we trying to get to. And in this town, what would you like to see? What would you like to see change?
Man, I think we need more positive stuff for our kids to do. Like, you know, like I don't know about money, and I don't know nothing about any of that stuff. So like, I could be way off, but like Crothersville got a community center.
Right.
And that's
like a boys and girls camp.
Yeah, like Kenneth could use something like that. I think, you know, just, you know, and more together stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I think would be cool, and I don't even know if anybody pays attention to it. Like seriously, and I don't even know if I'm right or wrong or whatever for saying this.
We paying attention. Yeah.
So all right, so y'all go to a football game, right?
Right.
And it's kind of weird, but like, okay, so our home bleachers, right? So when you come up the first part of the bleachers,
right,
like it seems like that's where a lot of the black people sit,
right,
and then you go a little further, and then
you got the whites like in the middle,
right now, I've noticed that. Like when I first got here, I was like, why is it like that? Like, but maybe I don't know. It'd be cool. Like
and they got their chairs, you know, they got them little chair things that they sit like. It's kind of like the dividing thing. Like I wish we all can just come together and be as one.
You know, and that's the thing. Like people don't realize. Like working with these kids, I've learned a lot. I've learned so much from these kids. Like Trey Walls and Daniel Boatman and Jordan Jarrett and some of these other guys I spent a lot of extra time with. we figured out, because like growing up, like it's kind of silly. Like I'm kind of like a country redneck type person, not like ridiculous, but I've definitely got some of those traits.
Yeah.
But like, you know what I mean? Like, what we found out was that, like, and I seen it on TikTok one time too, like, those people and black people have, at least appear to have, a ton in common, like way more in common than they do different.
Yeah.
And I think if more people realize that, you know, it'd be better, you know. But I mean, hell, I love Kenneth though. I really do. Like I don't know. I just something about it when I came here. I was like, oh, I like this place. Like it's fun. It's nice. Yeah.
You sure helped out a tremendous amount. And I ain't gonna lie, we respect you, and we do. We is. It's like me and my brother. We proud that we can have you here, and you help our color. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we respect that.
Yeah.
And we see it. We do. We see it. We listening. We trying to work and do things too.
ourselves.
You know,
Right.
trying to come together.
We thinking
Like you
outside
said,
the box, y'all.
most of us is like timid and scared.
Yeah.
Sometimes it be the words, sometimes it be how they dressed, or sometimes
Right.
it just be, okay, that white person did help them out tremendous. They probably didn't got them 4 or 5 times, or it probably happened the other way. You know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
So that's why it probably keep them separate. But I feel like if we did like how we doing now, we gotta open up with one another. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And once we start doing this, like it'll be better, because like what me and you got going on, people don't know that we live like life.
Yeah.
We see the sun and we see the moon.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Together.
Yeah.
And we keep living life. We go through things, but we still live life.
Right.
And it's a good thing.
Yeah.
I say it all the time. Like when I know you minding your business, I be like, yes, God, good. Just like when I know you seeing me mind my business, you say, yes, God, good. Long as he taking care of his kid. Like I see you, oh yeah, long as he taking care of his kid. Hey, he a man just like me.
Right. Yeah.
And I gotta respect that stuff. So that's what I say. I get on here and give you your flowers.
Yeah, we're gonna get on here and give you flowers.
Yeah.
But what has been your biggest or most important accomplishment as a football coach?
Man, the one that was crazy. Okay, so I mean, the real one's probably like the kids doing good. I mean, like that's cool. Being a part of them and seeing them go good. But like just football, the one that I think is crazy. So in 2019, like we were so cold in 2019. That was the year we were 13-1. We played in the semifinals, and I wasn't head coach yet. I was just defensive coordinator. But that year, we allowed. And you can go back and look at it. We allowed the fewest amount of points per game of any team in the entire state of Missouri in all classes, like all the way from class 1 all the way to class 6. I think like our JV gave up a couple touchdowns during that season, but like if you just looked at the time the varsity was in, and I think offense gave up 1 touchdown once. I think we had 8 or 9, like if you didn't count those 2 things, I think we had 8 or 9 shutouts that year.
And we y'all line was so
my
strong.
God, so
Man, when I say so strong, I said, man, they finna make it. I was there rooting y'all along was so bad.
It was so awesome. We had people everywhere. Like linebackers were awesome. Freaking.
So many
it was
people
awesome.
praised.
And that year we had. That's when like Quez was playing defensive back, and Joquan Williams and Carter Maddox, and we had all these dudes who could run. I mean, and I think that made a massive difference in just how we did it. And then linebackers, you had Jake Stewart and Tanner Duncan, and those 2 dudes inside were like the yin and yang. They were so different. Jake Stewart was like the smartest dude out there, and then Tanner Duncan was probably probably the hardest playing, craziest dude ever in Kennedy. I swear to God, that dude, number 23, dude, he would kill things. It was crazy. And then we had the line up there. We were just blessed. I mean, we were so loaded that year, man. It was awesome.
You think we gonna get it back? You think we gonna get it back?
Get that mojo back.
Get that mojo back.
Man, we're gonna do everything we can, man. No
So
doubt.
you say you have got a ring before though?
No rings. We've won. I was a part of 4 conference football championships in Kennett. And then we were part of 3 district championships here, and then I had a district championship before I came here at a different school. Gosh, I was thinking about it the other night. In track, we won 3 or 4 conference titles in a row. I mean, all kinds of crazy stuff. It's been so fun, man.
So you're a track coach too?
Yeah, believe it or not, I know my big old self, but I joke with the kids. Are like, Coach, how you gonna teach us about relays? And I said, bro, I ain't the one that's got to run the relay race, and y'all are. Like, don't worry, I'll get you there.
That's good, man. That's good. Do you feel like, hold on, bro. Do you feel like our academic thing can get better, like with the physical wise with it?
Yeah, I think so. I definitely think we can keep I mean, we got people that care about, and I mean, everybody's got their different styles and different things, but right now, I mean, the coaches care. I think they're working hard. We got kids coming in that are working hard. Yeah, I mean, I think things are gonna improve. With this year and moving forward, I think it'll get better. Yeah.
Well, what advice you can give someone who is trying to make it as a football coach?
And meet people and learn. Like what people really like. Okay, for instance, like if you want to be really good as an offensive coach, like learning all the different skills and learning like how to call the games and all that stuff. Learn defense, bro, because then that's how you got to learn how to attack what they're doing. And then, get connected in your community. Go find a coach. People, come ask me. Find a coach that you're comfortable with. Learn, man. Just learn as much as you can. Meet as many people as you can. One of the things like if you're trying to get in at a high school, you need to get 60 credit hours of college and be a minimum and be certified as a sub or as a paraprofessional, and then which that would be something, and it can be done, and it's being done right now.
It is.
My boy Ricky Thompson is he's doing that right now. He's like, hey, coach, I want to be a part of what we're doing. I was like, all right, Ricky, come on. And so his first whole year with us, he just came on. He would go to work all day, do his bus route, do his college stuff.
Come on,
and then he'd come out there and help us.
Come out
and
there.
then this past year, we were able to get him on the staff for real. Got him paid, and he was a part of everything. So, man, I was so proud of that dude. I mean, because he's doing it, man, and he's trying to be a good dad, trying to be a good uncle. That's my guy, man. I really think a lot of him, and I think he's gonna be, and he's learned so much since.
I think he is going to start.
He's gonna be so good.
He is. He like you. He ready to win.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you get a lot of support from this community?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, I really do. I hope so. There may be people out there better, than me or whatnot, but I mean, it'd be hard for them to find somebody who likes Kennett as much as I do, and who's going to work as hard as we are.
Yeah.
And so I hope nothing ever happens. I hope I can stay here forever. But if something did, man, they better find somebody that's going to work.
Right. That's what hurt the most.
Because I really do care a bunch, and we're going to try our best. And
that's all that matters.
It really will hurt if something did happen, because they all do respect you. How you feel about the teachers that's and the people that is ready to lead at school and just say forget it? How do you feel about that?
I don't know. And it's
because
it's
here.
Yeah, it's here right now.
It's here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not just Kennett, it's
right. It's stretched out
everywhere.
I was just going to get into that about Cruzersville. What you think about Cruzersville and what's going on over there?
Okay, so I kind of got in on how it kind of went down, and man, it sucks for them kids. Real bad for the kids, real bad for the coaches, because a couple of coaches reached out. I was talking to them. They're real upset about that. But there's been through, I don't know, but there's been like all these different instances,
Yeah.
like that have added up, like after our football game this year, there was a fight right after the game with Croswell and Kennett people, and then that stuff at Gideon, and then there's just been little things like they were supposed that thing they called a fight at our game with us and them in football. That wasn't that big a deal. We got it broke up quick. It wasn't. It could have got out of hand, but it wasn't that. It wasn't as big as they made it. And so I get why they did some stuff, but man, it sure sucks for the. So the thing that sucks is the people who a lot of the time are trying to do good and do right. Those are the ones that get punished.
They ain't done nothing.
I just said one bad apple spoils the bunch.
So I hate that for them, man.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I was in the people at the school shoes. I also don't know. I don't know what else they could have done either. So I don't. So I don't know.
Right.
But it sure sucks for the kids and coaches and the community like that. Yeah.
What if those kids branch off down here?
I mean, come on. I guess. I mean, I'm not like trying to recruit or do anything I ain't supposed to. But if I'm not gonna hold something against a kid from where they came from.
Right. Like it's a kid now on the basketball team. He sits.
Mm-hmm.
Even though he in this situation in Crothersville, he's good, but he sits.
Yeah, I don't know
He
much about any of that. Yeah.
Somebody even went off on it. I think somebody going off on Coach Gorman.
Yeah, they might be. I don't know. That ain't.
For sitting him down, whoever this person is, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not involved in any of that. I can't even, I can't speak on it because I don't know. I mean, I don't know nothing about any of the situation. I know the kid. I like the kid. I'm not like Coach Gorman. So I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I ain't nothing I can say about that. I don't know. So, I don't know.
Do you feel Coach Gorman doing a good job with those boys?
I think so. I mean, he's got a tough road here because the conference we play in is, I mean, it's tough. I mean, my God, it's tough. Like for basketball. I mean, you think, you're Madrid, Charleston, K, Bluff. I mean, Jackson. I mean, Notre Dame. When you start looking at it, it's like Jesus Christ. But I mean, I think Goody cares about the kids. I think the way he communicates is different sometimes. Like it may come across like rah rah rah, but I mean, dude, he's a Kennett kid. I mean, he's not going to be perfectly polished like he's going to be authentic and I like Booney. I mean, so I think I mean, but again, I ain't around every single day with the program and stuff. But yeah, I mean, as far as I know, I mean, I know he cares a lot. I know that.
Yeah, he does.
So I mean, that's what I know. I know he knows a lot about basketball.
Oh, for sure, he knows.
Yeah,
he came out the womb. He came out the womb with the basketball.
Yeah.
So what is the hardest challenge you had to overcome in life?
A lot of stuff, man. Like when I was a little kid, my dad was a big time drug dealer, like big time. Like he was a dude that they would fly him to. He didn't do this my whole life when I was little. They would fly him to like Houston or Dallas or somewhere in Florida, and they'd have a car waiting for him, and he'd get off the airplane, get in a car, drive it all back full of stuff, and then package it and sell it, and then when it was all sold, he'd go do it again. He did that for a while. Him and my mom, they'd get along sometimes they wouldn't, different stuff, and then you learn all about that kind of stuff, and then, like I said, I didn't have a lot of money and whatnot, but I don't know, that kind of stuff was little, but I mean, my parents loved me, and it's weird, because like, they're the polar opposite. Like, my mom was like super duper book smart, like ridiculous, and my dad, like, not so much in the books, but he could like build stuff and do all kinds of crazy stuff, and but yeah, I mean, I don't know. And then those things, I really want to be, like, if he was like, hey, what's your goal in life? Like I want to be a good dad. Like, I know that sounds like, I don't know what that sounds like, but that's the truth.
No, that's where we at.
But like learning how to be a good dad with like, and my dad like was good at some things and other things like really not so much, but some things really good. And trying to figure out how to do all those things, like, as you're doing it, sometimes it's really tough, I think. So, I just think trying to stay right and do that, because you grow up on this side of the railroad tracks, you got a tendency to want to be a little bit more wild and whatnot, So being good and treating people right and just trying to do right almost all the time, best you can, that's always I think that's a struggle for everybody, but I ain't no different than anybody else. I feel that, those pulls too, so.
Yeah. You feel like your mom got your back on this stuff?
Oh, yeah, I know she got
she's a good woman. She's a good woman.
Really got my back, dude. No doubt.
Any big plans for the near future?
Yeah, I mean, for my stuff, it's weird because you could say where are you gonna be at, in July or whatever, and I'd be like, well, I'm probably gonna be here. Man, I want to do bigger stuff with the kids this summer, football, and I'm gonna get the offense rolling again. There were some things that I did that I wasn't. I mean, it wasn't the right move.
Yeah.
But in the moment, you're like, you don't know it's not the right move. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And dude, I swear to God, since the end of football season, every day I just been grinding on this offense and getting this stuff fine-tuned. Coach Tibbs working on defense, and I just want to do big stuff with football again and keep back rolling, bro.
Yeah, Coach Tibbs was my coach back in the day.
For real? Yeah.
Yeah, they got stories about me, man.
He was there. He was the man.
Yeah, I was the running back. CJ Perry, I was that, man. He was my coach, Coach Carr, and Coach Tibbs.
Yeah, Coach Tibbs still coaching the running back. He coached running backs for me, so
running back coach, man.
Yeah, he is. He a good man.
He been around a long time.
Yeah, he been around us forever. He used to call me Fila. Fila.
He got a big heart, dude. Coach Tibbs, man, I love that dude.
Yeah. Do you ever feel doubtful? If so, how do you overcome the doubt?
Man, sometimes I ain't gonna lie, cause you start like this year we didn't win as much as normal, and we were so young. But you hear stuff here and there. And we're all human, so some of that stuff you try to block everything out and just work and do everything. But sometimes, man, that stuff kind of creeps in every once in a while. You're like, well, did I do that? And then, man, you just gotta know that you did. My mom always said you got to keep your side of the street clean. And so, and she usually said that talking about relationships or whatnot, but that's kind of how we try to do with this. I'm in my head, I'm like, all right, did I do everything I could to help the kids win and do everything right for the program and keep it going in the right direction? And then in the end, if I can look back and go, yeah, I did my best, this is the things I did, then yeah, I'll be all right. And then, the times that you maybe that didn't happen for whatever reason, or maybe you got focused on, I don't know, that usually happens, but if you get focused on something else or whatnot, then you just evaluate and try to do better next time.
Hey, do you feel like you crushed the defense for this? That's why you move into offense.
Yeah, when we had them kids, oh my God, it was unreal, man.
Seriously, man, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't never seen it. I thought we was gonna win. I did too, man. Off a line. I thought we was gonna win off a line.
Man, they were so good. And no, I just I always wanted to do offense. I broke in doing defense. I think I've done defense. So I've been a coach 06 to now 18 years, I guess. And I don't know. I've probably done defense for 11 of the 18, and then I did offense for those other years. But I don't know. To be honest with you, I kind of just go where the team kind of needs me to go. If I can do offense, I'm going to do offense. But okay, for instance, Coach Tibbs with us. Coach Tibbs is a defense dude, so he's going to do defense. I'm going to, with help from me and whatnot. And then, and I'll do offense. And, I don't know. It's just kind of, it's kind of what I think.
Yeah. Do you wish you'd done anything different?
It's kind of dumb. I seen I seen the New Year's resolution I had on Snapchat from a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And boy, I wish I'd have kept a couple of them sometimes. You know, it's New Year's, you think about it. But,
Pop
you know, it pops up and you're like, yeah, I'm going to lose weight. And I'm like, shit, didn't do that one. But that's Mindy's fault too, though, you know, because, you know, if I was out there, you know, because I got a pretty good personality, so if I was out there looking too handsome, you know, she'd have to worry all the time. You know,
Don't get him.
she feeds me good, you know.
You don't do it. You don't do it.
That's the man. Hey, that's the way to his heart. It's a move. You know that.
Yeah, well, she must love me, though. I'll tell you what.
Yeah. Good woman. My daughter love her though. My daughter love her being the teacher.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I was talking about that. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Have you had any significant failures? If so, what did you learn from them?
Man, okay. I'll tell you. So I told you I was 23 when I got my first coaching job, and we was at that school, and it wasn't very good for a couple of years, but they were getting better, and I didn't know how to talk to because I told you, I kind of grew up kind of poor, so I didn't. I was learning how to talk to the other side of people, but then I didn't really know good, and so. It was the wildest thing. We got to go to these parties. So this town had these parties, man.
Mm-hmm.
And they were awesome. So you would go to the game, and then the coaches would go to these house parties. And these couple families would have these house parties. And they were big in the community and whatnot. And we'd just be talking. You know, I was young, and we'd just be sitting there talking, and they'd be like, you ever had a Cuban cigar? And I'd be like, no. You know, like I said. And then the next week, poof, Cuban cigar would be there.
Yeah.
You know, and then all kinds of other cool stuff, you know. Mm-hmm. And then a couple years later, they was like, hey, you know, maybe you should play this kid like this. Mm-hmm. You know, but I didn't, when I was young, I didn't know. I was so naive on that, and kind of got burned because then people were big in the community. So my first job, it wasn't like I got fired, but I didn't handle the public stuff as good because I didn't know. Because when they came to tell me, even after they did all that nice stuff, then it was attached to that stuff. So then they come to tell me things about who should be the running back or who should do this. And I was young back then. I was just like, man, F that. I'm gonna do whatever I want. And come to find out, if you go to them parties and stuff, and then the people that with the power tell you to do that, and you say, I ain't gonna listen to you. Mm-hmm. And that's what it was. So ultimately, it probably would have been better if I just stayed home. But boy, it was fun. And so learning on that, I didn't know that, so I think definitely I failed at that on that part of it.
Okay. Explain the importance of developing a good sportsmanship in young athletes.
Man, I think it's super important because if you can't do stuff out there correct, how are you going to do stuff correct in society, you know? Right. And that's what I learned a lot. You need that stuff because that's the kind of stuff anymore that you're going to be successful with, like teamwork and stuff like that. I mean, because computers can do, basically everything. So, you better be able to be creative and work on a team and develop a work ethic and follow some of the rules the way you need to. And
some of the rules do suck too.
Oh my God, yeah.
Man, when I say suck, I can't even get it out quick enough. Some of the rules suck.
Yeah, no doubt.
Suck so bad to the point where I be like, man, I ain't gonna lie, I be confused. Sometimes I be like, you hear what you saying? In the public, you saying, it be sounding crazy. It sound crazy, but it seems like we do gotta follow it. Yeah. That's why I get mad sometimes and tell myself, stay at home. Yeah. I always do. I always tell myself, stay at home.
Probably good.
Because I ain't got, it really ain't no rules for real. It's trouble. I just started to tell myself, don't get in trouble. Yeah. The best way to not get in trouble is to stay put.
That's why girls always want to keep us around the house.
Right.
Did you ever play football in high school or college?
I did. Now here's the part where everybody probably turning the damn podcast off. So I hope they don't do that. I grew up in Dexter, and so that's the part where they might be mad. But anyways, that's where I grew up. And Coach Pixley came here to Kennett, well after, anyway, so I grew up in Dexter, and okay, so they weren't very good for a stretch, like about 10 years. And then Coach Pixley came there, and it was the same Coach Pixley that was here. And that's kind of how I got here. But anyways, I'll tell you about that. But anyway, so I played football in Dexter, and in 2002, we won the conference and district championship. And I was a captain on that team, and I won a whole bunch of lineman awards and different things, and that was really cool. I was really proud of that. Like, it was the coolest thing. My dad, it was one of the things my dad was proud of me for, so like I think it made me way prouder of it too. But anywho, so we had, so I did that, and then I went to Arkansas State for a year, and I did all the paperwork. I did everything to walk on to play there. But the day of, I just didn't go. I don't know what I was thinking. I didn't go, and I went to Arkansas State. I just didn't go play football, and we lived in an apartment for a year, and it was wild and partied and things that you do in college, you know. And anyways, I got tired of that after about like 8-9 months. I was like yeah, it's fun, but like there's got to be not 8 months, probably 5 months. I was like, this is fun, but like there's got to be more than just, you know, drinking and playing video games and hooking up with girls or whatever. And so I got it. All my friends went to spring break, and I made a video of, I'm so freaking old. I made a video, a VHS, and with some stuff on it from football. And I got in my car, I had a little truck, and I drove to Central Methodist because that's where Coach Pixley told me to go. And so I went there and I gave him the film and I talked to him, and I got to go to play football for them for a year. And about halfway through, I think I was searching for what high school football was, because, you know, with and there's just no replicating that. Like, college is cool and it's fun, but it's still different than that high school environment with football. Right. It's just so different. And I think that's what I was searching for. And when it wasn't that, even though it was still cool and different and getting to play was awesome, but I just didn't want to do it anymore. And bro, believe it or not, so I was with my friends, and I went to some haunted houses in Kansas City, and they was like, all right, hey, you should go on a date with this girl. And I was like, all right. And so, and it was before Facebook and all that. So like, it was like a legit blind date. Like, I didn't know what she looked like, nothing, until I got there. But anyways, it ended up being Mindy. So we went on this blind date, and then went on a few more dates or whatnot. And I guess the rest is history, because, you know, we're still hanging out or whatever. So, but I just thought it was cool, because it was because now, I mean, hell, you can't go on a blind date because the internet, you can be like, you can find everything, bro. But, you know, them girls, God, I see them all the time. They find freaking, hell, they're like CSI detectives and stuff. And they find everything. You know?
What? That phone ain't.
Minnie was doing that this afternoon. She's like, we gotta look at this. And I was like, okay, like, you know, I don't care nothing about none of that stuff. But she's all, you know how girls get into stuff. So
They do.
What do leadership mean to you?
Oh, it's huge. But like, there's two different kinds, I think, and that's what people sometimes they forget. So like, okay, so like you can have like a servant leader, and then you can have like a typical like boss leader, and those are two different things. And that's where people get confused sometimes, because like a lot of times people think that I'm just super nice to the kids, and I am nice to the kids. But bro, like we work the hell out of them kids too. Like, you know, I mean, we work them hard and we teach them stuff. Yeah. But the reason I think that gets confused sometimes is because on a lot of things I try my best to do the servant leader, where it's like, hey, come with me. Let's do this together.
Yeah. That's what I gotta do. That's what I'm missing.
Versus
the boss. Yeah.
And so
that's what I'm missing.
So sometimes I may be getting after a kid. You know, like I said, most of the time I try not to do it in front of everybody, because like I don't know why, I just don't like that. But yeah, I mean that. So yeah, I think it's huge, and like so much so that like a lot of times in the summer we really we try to put the kids in different situations where they can learn, where it makes them be the leader. Yeah. So they can learn those skills, because like otherwise all we're doing is, if we're not trying to teach them how to be leaders and put them in situations to be leaders, then all we're really doing is cherry picking talent with the kids who already know how to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Versus the one who got it.
Yeah. So we're gonna try to teach them and help them, and hopefully it works out. But you know, it ain't always perfect. But you know,
that was my next question. If you had opportunity to bring something to Kenny to help the youth, what would it be and why?
And for real, I was thinking about this today. My brother and I were talking about it. Like, not that we could do it, but if, like you said, like, all right, win the lottery or something, and you could bring something. Man, some sort of like that community center thing. I think that'd be so cool. And again, I have no idea about city money or any of that stuff. But just more positive things for people to do, and I think that would be just fantastic, man.
Yeah. I asked this question right here. If you had the attention of the world for 5 minutes, what would you say?
I think that a lot of us are fighting against our teammates, and we, I think if we were together more on things, we would realize how much more we have in common.
Right.
And we could accomplish a lot bigger things if we could realize that. And I had to learn that too. I mean, I didn't know growing up. Like, you know, when you grow up in Dexter, you know, and it's not like this. I mean, it's the opposite of this. I mean, it's getting that way now, but like you grow up in one way and it's very, you know, white. I don't know what else to say. I don't know how to say it different. Yeah. So like, and so but when you, people just tell you things, and then without going out and checking those things, especially as a kid growing up, you don't know. And then once you talk to each other and you learn stuff, and I learned a lot teaching JAG and how we, just people in general. And I just think, you know, if I had 5 minutes or whatever, I would say we should do so much more together. We could, if we could unite together against maybe people who are trying to hold us down or whatever, man, we could all benefit. You know, I think that would be that would be something. You know, just love each other more.
Yeah, just come together and be more
like, share, subscribe.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
It is good. That was good.
Yeah. What do you see yourself in 5 years?
Man, honestly, I hope I'm doing the same stuff I'm doing. I swear to God, I know,
So you love coaching.
Yeah. I could, for instance, I got all my stuff to be a principal. Like, I could go be a principal, I pass the test, all that stuff. But I don't want to, because it's different. You have to look at school different, and you have to look at rules, and you have to look at different things. And, you know, you'd have to be involved in punishment so much. And I don't mind punishing, the team or individually or whatever, but the vast majority of the things that I get to do right now are very positive. Yeah. And I really like that. And, and I got kids here in the school, and Kenneth, and for real, 5 years I hope I'm still doing what I'm doing right now, because when I was a kid, when I was 18, 19, I thought, okay, I can go to college, I'm smart or whatever. At that time, I only thought I'd be good enough to be like Coach Pixley's assistant or something. Mm-hmm. And then I went to college, and I got a chance to be an assistant and do different things. Mm-hmm. And then other people were like, man, you should do more than what you're doing. And I was like, all right. So then I tried that. And then, literally, I know it sounds cliche and corny, but as long as everything wasn't so damn expensive right now, I think I'd be doing pretty good, living the dream that I wanted to do. For real, I can't believe life's been as good to me as it has. But it has. I'm not even sure why. You talk about kids love me and stuff, and it's cool. But I don't know, man. I'm just doing. I don't know.
It's God's will.
Yeah, I mean, somebody else driving the boat sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I ain't gonna lie, but we can't be blinded to it though, because I ain't gonna lie. When I talk to Daniel and me and him talk, I tell him, I said, he helped you as a white man, bro, he got you inside of a door. You know what I'm saying? He got you from high school, you all the way inside of a door. You know. like with me and you get married, only thing I can tell you is the same thing. Is like, love your woman, love your wife.
Right.
You have to. And if you have kids, you better love them unconditionally.
You got to.
Because he got you all the way to because that's what y'all say. White people, they get you in that door. He got you in there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like with black people. Okay, you say we ain't gonna tell you nothing. Okay, you get married. you get married. Hold on to your wife.
Right.
Hold on to your kid.
Right.
Now you got best of both worlds.
Yeah.
You know?
And
that's what I
the
said,
kids
the
need
unity.
that stuff, man.
Yeah, they do.
Oh my God.
And you gave it to them to the point where I can like talk to different black kids. And they all give me the same answer. For real, they do. They give me all the same answer. And that's why I say, I'm proud of you. I know my brother is, you know, because that's what he wanted to do. He wanted to ask these questions. Now that he got them, now we got a better understanding on why we should love you the way we should.
I don't know. I appreciate that.
But we do though.
Yeah.
And it's a feel good thing because you my neighbor, you see what we do.
Yeah.
You know?
Same
It's
time.
like just normal life stuff.
Right, yeah.
You see me going through it with my kid, but I'm still there with my wife.
You
Still there with my kids.
Right.
I still have the responsibility like a man, just like I see you do.
Yeah.
That's why I say, like you say, the unity, it signifies strength for us.
Yeah, no doubt.
Mm-hmm.
No doubt. I mean, seriously.
We need more good.
Yeah,
we need more good people like you in them schools.
And we got them. We got them. We just need them to just like how you did. You know us, but you don't. You know.
Right. Yeah.
But you still came and embraced us.
Yeah.
You still loved us the correct way. You still respected us the right way, just like we did for you.
Yeah.
And you deserve yours, like we deserve ours. You deserve yours too, because some of the white people here know that what they done has to come to the light sooner or later. It's got to. It's just what it is. And you're a perfect person to like you say, you could be principal. Like any job people feel like that they lacking on, you got people. You got people you can talk to.
Sure, no doubt.
And we some people like, I know you'll talk to them people and get people in position.
Yeah, no
like
doubt.
not only just the kids, it's with us too.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah.
I say it all the time. I say, not only will he help y'all, he will help us too. But I'm gonna figure out a way to like let him open up and like we here too, you know. Yeah, right. I'm your neighbor. I'm here. You know I'm here.
Yeah. I mean, we're all in this thing together. I mean, especially with all the other crazy stuff going on in the world. My goodness.
It's so much crazy. It's so much crazy.
Man, for real. Man,
we gotta stick together. Cause they just had us on COVID lockdown.
Man, COVID, grocery prices.
Man, gas, everything just went.
I know.
Skyrocket.
Man, I know.
But we consuming the goods.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, hey, they satisfied us with the goods.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why I say, hey, we can boss up. Like when I say boss up, that means coming together. Yeah. Like if we need to grow our stuff. Yeah. Like how you doing?
Right.
Like when I talk about that stuff, you who made me like wanna change my life and like be out here more and be like, okay, the sun rising right here, the moon coming up right here.
Right.
Me and him both seeing the same thing. Nothing else on this earth really matters.
Right, like it's right there.
This is right there. We same people. Yeah. He a man, I'm a man.
Yeah. What are some red flags you see in a friendship or relationship?
I don't know. Like, I'm not super good at it because usually, like my wife and I are we do it backwards. Like she's very, you have to like earn yourself around her for her to like open up and be nice to you or whatever. Right. And I'm like the other way. I'm like, you kind of got my respect or whatever, and then if you lose it, then you lose it. But like, you know, so I don't know. Maybe if somebody just, you know, they say like if you open your car door for a girl and she don't reach across that aisle, across that middle thing to open the door for you, they say that guy out there, she gotta go. You know, but I don't know. I don't know. I think just if they ain't trying to put in, especially at the beginning of it, if they ain't trying to put in the same effort that you're trying to put into it, then yeah, that'd probably be a big red flag for me. Or if they're, like selfish, I don't do good with selfish people, and I don't do good with people that lie to you. I just, I ain't got time for that.
Man.
Yeah.
Woo!
Those things bother me.
Are you infested with you around some good ones?
Yeah.
You around some good ones. Hey, when you go in that school building, I ain't gonna lie, I don't mean to talk about that school like that, but when you go in there, they most definitely liars. They liars. And they gonna get called out on it sooner or later, for real.
Yeah,
Especially for the ones that gotta stay
level-headed though.
Yeah,
When you're dealing with people like that, you just gotta stay level-headed, bro. Did I ask you what does mental health mean to you?
No, but it means a lot. Like my mom, that's what she worked in for forever. She worked in mental health, and so she was a crisis therapist. So like when people would OD or they would try to commit suicide or whatever, she'd have to go in and evaluate them and do different things.
Mm-hmm.
And I seen a bunch of stuff. Not really seen a bunch of stuff, but like being around that, you learn things. And mental health, like it's a lot to it. Like for all of us, like me,
Right.
you guys, everybody. Like there's a lot of stressors out there, and I ain't perfect with my own mental health or everybody's mental health. But like we gotta, at some point, we gotta take care of ourselves so we can take care of others too. So
Right.
I've been trying to do some of that, like some of that stuff. Like it sounds so stupid, but with those stupid chickens and all that other stuff I'll be doing out there, like. I don't know why, but it seems to help some of that for some reason.
Yeah.
So I really don't know why.
That's why I followed it, because it do. It
Yeah, it's
literally,
weird. I don't know why.
it literally
Yeah.
helps.
Yeah,
It
but I don't know
literally
why.
helps. Me neither. I don't know why
Yeah.
either. I ain't even
You like
questioning
the
it.
deer hunt?
Oh, I love deer.
Oh,
yeah,
deer.
yeah, I love it. Yeah.
Man, he just gave us some.
To me,
Yeah, we made
man.
tacos,
Yeah, dude,
we
good.
made chili, we made all
Cocktail,
that.
burgers.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I like deer sticks, man. Put some
Yes.
cheese and jalapeno peppers in there.
Oh man, those are good.
Man, processed it, man. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, that's the
Yeah.
best. I love you.
Yeah, I got pictures of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, yep, time is winding down, y'all. Y'all know when I say that, y'all.
Yes,
Time is winding
Mr.
down.
Webster.
And I
We
appreciate you
that.
for coming
Hey,
out.
man, me too. Thank
Giving
you for
us
having
your
me.
time,
Yeah.
having this nice dialogue.
Yeah.
Y'all, we needed it.
Yeah.
Y'all show support to the head coach of Kenny, Missouri. You feel me? And man, y'all already know. Brotherly love. All love. No hate. You hear me? Until next time, y'all. We out. Peace. Peace. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Like, share, subscribe on us to YouTube.
Yeah.
Let's go, brother.
Let's do us a little thumbnail. We just to see here on YouTube.
Yeah, I want to do a pinky with you.
Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna do this. Yeah. All right, that's good. Y'all.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that was fun, guys.
It was. We gonna get you a new. We getting.